Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money. There you go. On the screen. Midday money in the house. Thursday, the 14th of September. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's doing well. Hit the like button on the way in. Why wouldn't you? Maybe you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel here, Winning Free Picks. The poll is up on Winning Free Picks. Go and check it out. In the comment section, we do have the free picks posted already here in the chat for those of you in the chat universe. So we have that going on for you. Everything there. Like button, subscribe, super chats, memberships here on Winning Free Pick page. Anyway, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. Plays are posted out in the Twitter world, whatever. I'm not going to call it X. They're the San Diego Chargers, just like they're the Washington Redskins. It'll always be Twitter. It'll be Twitter. That's how I roll. All right, I'll put the banners up here in the chat for everybody. Let's do a little recapping of action. It'll be a short one because we had a loser yesterday with the Orioles. No bottom nine. Loser. How about those Orioles? How about just yesterday in general, we saw well, let's start here in the chat. The poll, early action, Tampa Bay was a 74% for my guy Reese, and I forgot who had the Twins. Either way, 5-4 Twins. I like the over in that one, and we needed every bit of it to get there. It was 4-4. We knew we had a winner. Cubbies lose. How about that? Lay 190 on the road. Couldn't get it done. Seattle laying a big number. They win 3-2. Baltimore loses 1-0, laying a big number. Pittsburgh over. Braves officially clinching, getting it done there. Atlanta. Now is it time to fade Atlanta? I don't know. I got one game today. That's not it. Anything else? Arizona, Zach Gallen goes down. Texas in a romp. Houston breaks off the losing streak. Miami got it done. We like Miami there. And the Padres took care of the Dodgers. That's I recapped just a bunch of stuff because there's not really much to recap. Because at this time of year, baseball, I'm not running to, grab a lot of MLB. Today, though, here you go. In the chat, you should have it already. It's on the Twitter world. It's on the YouTube world. Orioles minus 130 today. 274 and 323. Down 1807. Definitely got work to do. I was hoping to get down to about maybe minus 500. Yes, we have work to do. Still a dozen games left. We could chip this down a game or two at a time. We do take dogs most times. So I'm not worried. I still think we could get this to about 5 or maybe even less. So we'll take the Orioles today. They are a 130 fave. It is what it is. It is what it is. NFL in the chat. Not in the chat, but on YouTube. The poll is up for this game. Philly and the Vikes, it is down to a 6 now from a 7.5. Do with that as you may. I have no opinion on a side. The total is posted on the sites. Pretty sure I mentioned this on Look at Lines too. If you haven't already, Look at Line show Sunday night at halftime. Something you should probably want to be part of. Definitely want to be part of that. College football today. Play is posted again. This is a premium one. It's on the site tonight in this game. But we'll look at it tomorrow, Scouts. So, we'll do a little rundown here for everything here. So NFL Sunday action. Titans under 45. Ravens under 45. Dolphins under 46.5. College football. We have the Army under, which is tomorrow, 44. Kansas State under 48. Saturday, LSU minus 9.5. Florida plus a 6.5 as well. And the teasers from Teaser Tuesday. My guy Gabe chimed in on the comments. He's like, teasers, Higgs? I'm like, listen, Gabe, I'm not a teaser guy, but we put him up in the chat. People like him. NFL teasers 0-1, -115. Green Bay +8, Tampa +6, New Orleans +6. Teaser Tuesday college football. We are 1-0 +130. And this is your early stuff, your Thursday, Friday action. Memphis -7.5, Utah. Keep saying Utah. UT San Antonio -2, and Utah State +17. Saturday, South Alabama +15, Houston +14.5, and Florida again +13.5. That is all covered. Let's check out the comments, see how everybody's doing on a Thursday afternoon, or maybe it's a Thursday morning where you're at. Eric is the first one in here. Get a hunch, bet a bunch, Eric. Who do you have today? Vikings +6. To get a hunch, bet a bunch. That sounds like something like Mattress Mac would say. Get a hunch, bet a bunch. 6.5, you got a good number. It's on its way down. And this game here, I don't hate taking the Vikes, right? They lose to Tampa Bay. I told you Tampa Bay, my favorite game last week. They got it done. Miz, after these next 7 games, the Orioles will be out of first place, hearing footsteps not used to playing pressure games. Tampa Bay takes 3 of 4. Really? Tampa Bay to take 3 of 4. Interesting here. I don't know. The Tampa pitching to me is a little suspect. And listen, you're pitching, you got some your own issues as well. Yeah, Brash has been solid the whole season. Rodriguez turned it on his second half. And, we got Gibby here with his 5-something ERA. That's not going to work in the playoffs. You're not going to be able to give up 5 runs and beat good teams and have good pitching. The sun really hasn't moved either. Actually, I have to lie. I see some 140s creeping up here. Tony C's in the house. My guy, how are you, Tony? Good to see you. I couldn't get you on. I don't know what the problem is on the Winner Free Picks channel there, Tony. Again, I don't run it. Eric says under 49.5. Absolute gift. Absolute trick here. Just for get a hunch, bet a bunch. Mini +6.5. Under 49.5. Absolute gift. I mean, whoosh. The truth is coming in here. He says he likes the Eagles -6. Stop. Gio's in the house, my guy. Good to see you, Gio. Welcome on in. Michael B. Took the day off yesterday. Says I've been a bad on a baseball. I don't know if I'm going to bet anything today. Maybe an Eagles first half team total over. And baseball, again, you have what? 7, 8 games. And I got to tell you, I thought about, Nats over. Detroit, I like Rio Olsen a little bit. Yankees, another doubleheader. Do I go overs again? Do I take the Yanks in both of these games? I do like Miami again. I do like the Mets. I do like Texas, believe it or not, there. Baltimore's in the chat. Over Twins. Norino. More like Purina. He's been terrible. Or, at least in the past he has been. And the Giants on the road, only 250. No thanks. I can see why you want to pass. Misses Tampa Bay money line. Boston first game. Baltimore team total. But that's not team total. So just Baltimore. I thought it was going to be a TT there. Under the 8.5 Baltimore. I could do that one, sure. White Sox over, yes. Mets under. I don't hate, Kelly's been solid. Like the under. Like the over White Sox. Baltimore under, yes. Tampa, again, I'm against down Tampa Bay. Boston first game with Tanner Houck. I don't know. Again, I would do Yankees as a dog in both games. I had the over both games yesterday or the other day. I should have probably had the Yanks as dogs in those games instead of the overs. Mrs. Orioles 39 to the under against the lefties in interleague play. All right, well, good. The thing is, though, this is not an interleague game. This is a AL East game, and that's a division rival. Tony C says, playoff atmosphere in Camden Yards all over the O's today. Michael B says, I may throw a few dollars on Webb for the win versus Rockies +150. He owns the Rockies and a 150. See, I think that's worth it. I mean, I can't tell you to come in here and lay 240, 250 on the road. Webb goes 5+. They're leading. You should get the win. I agree. Big Wave says Nats and the Marlins today. I don't disagree with that. Yes. This is get the pen out. Tampa Bay takes 3 or 4. Here you go. Miz. Tampa Bay. I put TB. 3 or 4. Get pen out. The pen is out. Weekly report. What do you say, Hickey? 1 and 2 yesterday. It happens. Orioles run line today. I thought about that as a nice little payday there. Plus, that's a nice little plus money, their weekly report. And the Eagles today. Weekly report. What kind of a show you run on here, weekly report? I need a update here. I need a weekly report update. Are you a sports channel weekly report? I'll send people to your channel. I don't mind. I'll come say hello. Todd and what is this? Is this a new Todd and pair? This is Todd and the Fox. Hey everyone, stay away from money lines today. Stay away from money lines. I'm Minnesota. I took the Jets, so I need to take Minnesota plus 6. I get to thinking there. Took one dog, I come back with another. But you're taking a point instead. I get it. Jet game was a pick'em, basically. Okay, I'm taking Baltimore money line. Baltimore's probably looking ahead. You think I'm on the O's anyway. Just for me because of the way Bradis has pitched, he's been pretty solid. That's why I'm taking the O's today. And Saval, as much as I like him, good pickup. They probably should have done more. I don't know here on the road. No thanks. I'm not Fats coming in. Memphis Navy under the 47. I don't know, man. Memphis has put up points on these guys before. But the problem with that is the Navy offense does not look good at all. Can this game be like 30-10? Miss says Oriole bats will be silent. Also, Mountcastle is hurt. That's why they bring up Kirsten Herjejad or whatever you say his name. I'm not fat. Rays win today. Nick says I'm on the Red Sox, Brew Crew, Tigers money line, and under Nats and Race. So the Sox in a doubleheader. Not sure which one you got. You're going against my guy Yuri Perez. Tigers, I like Olsen. Under Nats and the Rays. I mean, again, like yesterday, I was like, give me some Nats over. Gray has been pretty solid, I think, on the road. So I didn't really dig into that game. I'm just going off memory. I'm pretty sure he's a lot better on the road. So that one I don't totally hate. And you want to go into Rays, Baltimore, I could sign up for that one as well. Reynolds in the house. Good to see you, Reynolds. I'll be at the game tonight, but I took Bethune-Cookman plus 52. I can see the second or third stringers getting playing time tonight. Go Canes. Yeah, you're a 50-point fave. Miami should check out the depth here. Let's be honest. 34-0.5, 40-0.5. Bring in some backup guys. I get it. Nick says, sorry, the Orioles. All right. He likes the O's. I do like the O's. Tony C, 3 starters after the Eagles D. Yeah, they're banged up. They're banged up. Nick says under tonight. Todd says Baltimore was looking ahead. Hold on, Todd. What, you lost me here. Nick says Mets money line 2. I don't hate the Mets. Senga's quietly had a really good year for New York. Jameis is on the over Minnesota. Can't stop a nosebleed. And Philly D without a few starters. I get it. I get it. And I think, Minnesota will chip on their shoulder from last time they played. Big Wave says college football, UAB Blazers, Texas Tech, Akron plus 26. Game of the week, Georgia Southern money line plus 650. Here we go. So I got to find all these games here because I don't have them memorized. Oh, what are you doing to me, Big Waves? What are you doing to me? Let's start here. I'm going to try to go down in time order. It'll take me forever. There's. No, I can't even do this. This is ridiculous. I need some times and spreads and other things involved here. I can't do that. Todd says teams in Major League Baseball need to win are losing or barely winning. Todd, I don't know if you've heard me say this. Crack open a Pabst Blue Ribbon. You don't just because you need to win or should win or due to win, you don't win. I mean, how many times have we said that? Countless. Countless times. Stop Geo. I'm on Washington versus Michigan State. Seems like a thick line, but I think it's a gift. State out of all sorts of coach. He's a terrible coach anyway. This line was at like 12. It's got up to 16. I would probably lay up to like 18. Like, I mean, even 17. I'll go through 17 just because Penix back here. Big Ten team. He's off to a ridiculous start. I mean, last year, Michigan State I think they had like one interception all year on the defense. Coach or not, they're not stopping this guy. Heisman, hopeful season in full swing here for him. Brian says, morning, Hicks. To be honest, I think my favorite play today are the Diamondbacks, Mets, Nerfy. I would agree with that. Senga's been great. Merrill Kelly's solid. Don't hate it. Stop, Gio. Mets went back-to-back home for the first time since July because I faded him yesterday. Gio, I said here yesterday, everybody's going to run it back Zach Gallen. I said, have you seen Zach Gallen pitch on the road? Guy's not been good on the road this year. The truth is taking the Tigers or Olsen. I like Ree Olsen. I do. We've bet the Tigers before this year. Michael B. I might throw food bucks on anytime TD. Addison plus 210. Goddard 220. Devontae 175. And a Boston Scott plus $3. Good luck on the anytime TDs. Tony C says a K-prop. Senga over K's. How has he been striking cats out, Senga? How has he been? He's got 180 strikeouts on the year. Senga's been good. I might actually just add the Mets to my portfolio here today, as they say. Senga. 6 innings, 5 Ks, 7 innings, 12 Ks, 6 innings, 10 Ks, 7, 5, 6, 7, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 5, 3, 3, 6, 9, 8, 12. I mean, the guy's been solid here. 2 runs, 1 runs, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 0. He's allowed more than 3 runs twice since April. He had two 4-run starts in April. Maybe that was just him kind of getting into the flow of baseball. 4.15 ERA in April, and it's down to a 3.07. It drops every single time. 330, 320, 327, 317, 25, 24, 30, 19, 17, 8, 7. I mean, yeah, Senga's been good. I might be betting the Mets today. Stop Geo says, I cashed Baltimore Philly money on parlay last week. Got a good square parlay to run with me. Higgs. A safe parlay. Listen, you don't have to roll in a Thursday night game where the lines moved 1.5 into a safe parlay. All right. Now, you want to look at something towards Sunday NFL in a quote-unquote safe parlay. I mean, where are you going with this? You had Baltimore minus 10 and you had Philly minus 5. So you don't mind laying the juice in a safe parlay. Obviously, you have San Fran. Rams off a huge win. I think the line is still a little light. So obviously, if you're going somewhere here, San Fran. Dallas at 10 just to win a game. I mean, yeah, they should just win a game. Do I want to lay 10 with Dallas? No. I mean, there's the safe quote unquote. What is the safe one here? Green Bay, Atlanta, coin flip. Baltimore, Cincy, coin flip. Do you want to throw Buffalo in there? I mean, is Kansas City in a coin flip a must win for them? Is that what you want to get involved with? Houston, Indy, S- Bears, Tampa, Bears. I mean, that was went to Tampa +1 to Tampa -3. It's got to be Dallas and the Niners if you need the money line stuff. Stop Geo says NFL parlay. Yes, I figured that was that. Nate says I don't like the Vikings. I don't like the Vikings. Have looked. I don't know what that means. Oh, you don't like how the Vikings have looked. Yeah, they didn't look good last week. They couldn't score. Turnovers kill. Todd and S Fox. I dropped the prepared off of Todd. I figured it was you, Todd. It's good to be prepared, Todd. Is this like Samantha Fox from the 80s? I want to have some fun. Or maybe it's Sly Fox. Remember, is that Sly Fox who sang Let's Go All the Way? I don't know. Michael B. I had to say it's going to be an interesting wildcard race in the NL. 6 teams are separated by 2.5 games for 3 spots. Yes. And again, does it come down to like, well, they have to win? You have to find a spot in baseball where it's a good. The Giants have to win. That's why they're 250 faves on the road. Stay away. Like you can't lay 250. The +150 with Webb to get a win. Sure. Texas, Toronto, 2 teams have to win. They're fighting. What do you take there? It's tough. This is September is a tough time for baseball. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping to trim down some losses here. Miz says Oriole bats will cost them the series. I think they're feeling the pressure. Nathan says Memphis for a bazillion. Nathan. Memphis. Bazillion. Here comes a backdoor touchdown with 42 seconds left. Nathan, get ready to sell your watch. Tony C. I took Memphis -14, giving up 2 yards per carry so far this season. They can score in bunches. Well, I mean, they dropped like 35 on these guys the last 2 years and won by 15, 20 points. So this year should not be any different with maybe learning a new offense. But when the guy in front of you says it put a bazillion on it, it's a loser. I do not think my Giants are going to make it. They finished here with 9 games versus the Dodgers, but it was a better season than I thought it would be. You know that. I was down in your Dodgers. I'm like, look at this trash team. What a mess. But you don't know where the Dodgers be. Are they sitting guys? Are they working guys back? I mean, they've got the division locked up. Maybe they're just gonna go through the motions. They got their own problems. This is not a good Dodger team. Nathan Siggy, do you trust Senga? Yes, I do. Tony C. Can't see Navy scoring enough for the cover. I agree, but again, the guy says bet a zillion on it. I gotta go opposite. Michael B. What do you think, Sean? Do you want to start Gino or Brock this week for Raw Mexico? Brock Osweiler. I no, I don't do. The problem is that with Dak going against the Jets secondary or Gino with no offensive line in front of him. I mean, I would probably lean Gino, believe it or not. You know what? No, I think you have to do Dak. Jesse Shule. How about Joe Burrow under 266 passing yards versus Baltimore? Went for 215, 217 games versus Ravens last year. I would just think a under would be in play here based on, okay, last year's game's one thing, but it's still, I mean, the defense is solid. I'll give him a little bit of a pass because, as I said, didn't play preseason, hurt, bad elements. Now you got a good defense. Why would he look under here? I like it. Bill McDonald, primetime Cousins is a thing. Well, I'm sure it's already thought about. People talk about this all the time with this guy. Nick says Twinkies over. Yes, versus the White Sox. Todd says, think of Wyoming plus the points against Texas Saturday could be a letdown spot. And this line's gone up. It's like 30 now, right? 28, 30 points. I I didn't play it, and normally I'm in a spot like I'm going to take a Wyoming team with Texas coming off a big win like that, but I there's other spots. I, again with Texas, like I said, I liked him last week. I didn't bet him because I want to see can Sarkeesian win a game? Can he win a big game? Because he hadn't won one, and they took care of business in a big way. Now they're going to be all full of themselves and come in and have like a crazy dogfight game here versus Wyoming. I'm not. Listen. I'm not running a late 30, but I don't want to take 30 either. This team was down 17-0 at home to Texas Tech. Big ways. Prime time covers the spread in first quarter. Prime time hoops. Colorado. Jesse Shule says, anytime TDs, I honestly think it's simple as this. Take Pollard and Chubb every week until the price is $2. Yeah. Wow. I mean, Chubb is Cleveland's a good team, man. Said this last week. J Rock. Reynolds over 1.5 bases plus 105. Jefferson over 94.5 receiving yards. Swift anytime TD plus 150. Memphis minus the 13. It's Swift anytime touchdown. I don't hate it. Jesse Shule says the price will go $2. Break out the pen. But we know it's going up. That's his Parford, of course, Jesse. Big Wave says, write it down. Georgia Southern beats whiskey straight up. Big Waves. Georgia Southern outright over whiskey. Wow. It's written down. Jay Reb's in the house. What do you say, fella? Gio says, I just made a square NFL parlay for Sunday. Quick typing. Yeah, I figured this a safe square play would be. It would be Niners and Dallas, or Buffalo. Some kind of combination of that in there. You're welcome. J Reb saying I played over 48 tonight Thursday night football. I mean, you got Eagles missing guys, banged up already. Short week, tough game last week. Vikings desperate. Look like trash for these guys last year. I get it. Tony C had a Samantha Fox poster when I was 13. My mom tore it down. Yeah, Samantha Fox. She's a singer. I was like in 87? Samantha Fox, 88? Dow Turner. Opinions on Michigan State beating Washington. Not happening. Beating? Why? Is that are they going to cover? You think they're beating them, Daryl? No way. I mean, the pen, you let the check get the pen out on me. Michigan State is not beating Washington. The truth, should I still be putting $100 on baseball games? If you're up for the year, you're doing something right. I'm down a little bit for the year. So, I'm just trying to find good spots to chip away. So I'm not running and listen, this schedule in May, I'd have probably 4 or 5 games bet today. Now, listen, NFL's off to a nice start. College is not terrible, but not NFL-esque. I'm not going to force baseball to force it in playoff time. We know somebody's going to choke and choke badly and just stumble, and it's going to turn into a tidal wave of disaster. Trey, what happened to that Bills blowout? Seemed they couldn't beat a team with their backup. Well, the Bills are not really a good team, Trey. I should say they're a good team. I said in the preview shows that I did here, and multiple occasions on here, Josh Allen is not the same quarterback without his coach, who's now taking over the Giants. You see the way the guy plays. Total step backwards. Defense. This defense, I saw them terrible against backup quarterbacks in the playoffs. What do we do? It's over, Buffalo. You had a shot. You lost it. You're not going to the Super Bowl. Not this year. Not next year. Maybe a couple years down the road if you improve the defense. The next 3 years, this is not a Super Bowl team. No. And I said, look at lines, and even before that, I think probably last Thursday in this spot when I was talking about the games ahead of time, I said, I sort of want to take Buffalo now and I was hoping it was like an 8. It opened up at 9.5 because if they roll not to roll the Jets, I figured they probably win by 10 with a um, healthy Rodgers going. I figured it'd be something like a 24-13 kind of game. And I was thinking Denver would win, so that 8 would go to a 10 or 11. Instead, it's sitting at a 9.5. I don't want to lay 9.5 with this team. No way. Not one bit. Todd taking Vegas plus the points and money line on Sunday versus Bills. We're overrated. I won't make mistakes, dude. Say something about I just talked about Allen. The guy just takes way too many risks. Dabble would be in his head, and it was fine. You saw the last year and already this year. You saw Daniel Jones take a huge step forward last year. Forget about game one. That's just a weird game. You had an entire season of him last year, Daniel Jones, being really good and improved. And you saw what happened to Josh Allen last year. What did he look like? Tony C. Dak is a turnover machine, pretty dangerous against that Jets team. We'll see. Here's the thing with the Jets. Like, you have, again, 10 points. I don't want to lay 10 points. I'm laying 3 points. I got Dallas minus 3.5. That's what I got. I mean, right, 3.5? Yes. Dallas minus 3.5. I don't want to lay 10 or 9.5. I mean, you got to win by 10. That's not what I do. The defense is good, but you're just off a really physical, emotional home opener. Quarterback goes down. Beat the preseason division champs, I guess, right there in Miami, whatever. And now you have a quarterback in there who, by their own tweets, they hate. So he screws up early, say. And it's not going to be on him. I mean, let's be honest. Dallas got a pretty decent defense themselves. They can get the pressure on the quarterback. He gets mauled back there, and there's a fumble. Again, it's not his fault. I mean, like, quarterback fumbles against a good defense. I don't really blame quarterback. I want to give a little prop to the defensive guys making their plays. Can this game get out of hand in a hurry? And when I say in a hurry, like it's a battle, and then there's a fumble or tip pass interception. Same with Dak, right? Although the Dallas defense won't quit on it. I can see this. If all of a sudden Dallas scores an early touchdown, and then there's a turn. So it's 10-0 or 13-0 or 14 or whatever it is. I could see that defense being like, just not throwing up the white flag, but just be like, whatever. This guy's thrown 2 interceptions, short fields. What do we got to do here? We can't, I could see the anger setting in, all of a sudden, frustration, and this is a 27-10 Dallas win. Tony C, look at Cousins' number on Thursday night. Actually, not so bad. I've ran down to Kirk Cousins' numbers. And again, is he a compiler? Is he Stats Padford out in LA? Is he the Matt Stafford kind of guy? The guy throws touchdowns. Only a couple guys got more touchdowns. I think Mahomes and Rodgers and maybe Josh Allen. A couple guys don't got more touchdowns in the last couple of years. The guy puts up numbers. Doesn't always win. Maybe he just loses on a primetime game. Is it his fault they lose? I mean, how about, can the defense stop somebody? Chris is Yankee over 9.5. I lean Yanks again as the dogs here, Chris. Michael B, have a good day. Is it that time already? We've been on for an hour? Sir Goat. How are you today, Sir Goat? Sir Goat, did you vote in the poll on the Winning Free Pick page here? 3-team parlay. Washington money line with the Sagre. I don't hate. I like the Sagre. The Reds, the old Red Sox. Who since he got here? D-Lo. I'm an Olsen guy. But you're taking a run line. What do we got here on a run line? Reds on the run line. Wow, they're 47-25 on a run line. Good for them. I mean, that's what happens when you win 40 games on the road. I don't hate that one, I guess. What is the juice on that, Sir Goat? Yankees money line game 1 plus 6-7. I like the Nats. Yanks I can get behind. It's a parlay, so I don't need to know the number. I don't hate it. Sure, fire away, Sir Goat. Randy's in the house. Do you bet first half games? Um, more in like a college spot, I would probably into a first half or something like that. Not in NFL. NFL, I'm a full game guy, and I win at a great grip, Wendy. My full game kind of stuff. Tooch is in the house. Happy Thursday, my guy. Me and Tooch tomorrow night. Football Friday. Me, Tooch, and Anthony. You can find me on Twitter. I tweet it out. Give Tooch a follow. J Rock says everyone dogs West Coast teams because they don't stay up and watch them actually play. It's funny. Yeah, who watches West Coast teams? J Rock Bulls. Bills had 4 turnovers. Josh Allen's overrated. Last year he was just as bad. Coaching matters. Look at Mac Jones minus Patricia Disease. Mac Jones was like a borderline offensive rookie of the year. I mean, Patricia and Joe Judge, you have a defensive guy and a special teams guy running the offense. How do you think he's going to perform? Bad. And you look at this line, everybody's going to be all over. What's the setup? Has this line gone to 3? Has this line gone up yet Sunday night? Because the whole world's going to be on Miami. It is 3. 3 and 46.5. More reason. I like the Pats in the under more and more and more. Bill says, are you still high on the Broncos? I mean, they opened up the game with an onside kick. You still have a touchdown lead or whatever in the fourth quarter. Now, in this spot here, they don't beat Sam Howell and Washington. You're in trouble. Because you're losing next week in Miami. You are 0-3. You are 0-3. You're 6-point dogs next week, by the way. And then Denver is against the Bears. Should you beat the Bears? You're 0-3 facing the Bears. I hate that any game is a must-win. This season could spiral out of control here. Right? You go down here, you are 0-3. And this line was initially a 3.5. Now it's a 6 now. You got the Bears, home versus the Jets. Again, you got a backup quarterback. How about just an under 38 in that game? At Kansas City, that's a loser. Home versus Green Bay. By week 7, we're going to know what this team's like. And again, that's a terrible spot for them. At Kansas City, home Green Bay, home Kansas City before the bye week. Bad spot. Todd, is it over for Buffalo? Sorry, Bills Mafia coming from Bills fans. Over. I think it's over. You're not going to Super Bowl this year. Or next year, for that matter, I think. You in Dallas Jets game. Yeah, I got Dallas minus 3.5. Got that. And I got under 46 in total. Down to 44. Actually, no, it's lower than that. Slay going to foul Jefferson and lock him down. I mean, he owned Jefferson last game they played. Hit the like button. Nobody's hitting the like button? I don't know why people don't hit the like button. I'm going to go to YouTube, and my guy Mr. Numbers is going to complain that it's lagging. But let's see. What do we got going on here? We have how many people in the poll? 26 votes on the poll, and there's a lot of Eagle love here. We got Eagle love on the poll. All right, makes sense, I guess. Eagles minus 6. All right. Kareem. Welcome, Kareem. To answer your question, if Jets don't get the running game going, so to get ugly, bet under. Yeah, I mean, and this is any team. This is the Jets. This is the Falcons. This is the Texans. This is the Colts. You have a young quarterback in there who you're sketchy about, or you don't want to get hurt or make mistakes. You're going to want to run the ball. Jets have the running backs run the ball. Offensive line's pretty good. Is Dallas? I mean, they were insane last week. You do that this week? On the same token, you got a guy in the Jets who gets 3 picks in a game. Could get 3 picks every game. Tony C. Yankees are plus money is a bad play, not the game. Now the games don't matter. Play pretty well. Exactly. Exactly. Same with the Padres. Like, this is what I said. Padres come in, start beating the Dodgers. Yanks all of a sudden end the season on like a 15-5. Oh, look at this. We can run back the same team because we look good at the end of the season when other teams are like resting guys. Guys get 2 at-bats. Let's, bring up a young guy, get a rotation set, blah, blah, blah. And then these guys are playing like it's the playoff stretch run for them. Kareem says, I'll be tuned in Friday. Tune in, baby. Kareem, listen, I do every day, 7 days a week, 12 noon Eastern. But I do live shows with other people. I do Ross and Jesse, live show tomorrow morning on Winter Circle. I got Tooch on the bar room on Friday nights. Look at headlines, halftime, Sunday nights. Here we go. Weekend Sports Betting Tips. Write it down. Come watch us. It's a live show. And I got to say, Tooch, I'm a little, I'll come in here and I'll rip Chicago pizza and their crap food. And I'll get comments in here that say Chicago pizza is good. It's garbage. I say that on the Chicago Barroom Network. I don't even get a comment. I mean, these people, what a disgrace, Chicago sports fans. Where are you? Your pizza stinks. And Ditka's overrated. Ditka's a Dallas Cowboy. He's not a Chicago Bear. How about that, Chicago fans? J-Rock, Denver should win. Washington look great against Cardinals. No. But again, it's what do we see? We see Denver crap again. Like, oh, man, I can't take them. They look terrible. Oh, my goodness. And here comes Washington, who didn't look all that good, beating Arizona themselves. Overreaction hot takes, boy, coming at you Sunday. Look headlines. I'll give the lines, and when we talk about what we saw today, or that day, Sunday. Tony C, get your pen out, bro. Commanders upset the Broncos. Tony C, get pen out. Washington upset Denver. The pen is out 4 times in this show today. Misses Oriole game on national TV for Fox. Why wouldn't it be? Better late than never, Mr. Good to see you. Memphis and the under tonight. I agree. Hitting the like button. It's not enough likes. They come. I don't understand. I mean, if you're not going to comment in a live show where it's I give it who I like today, and then it's a back and forth. Like, all right, comment, at least give it a dislike. Be like, I'm going to listen for fun. And most people listen for about 10 minutes or so. I mean, I do an hour. It's just, unless you're here commenting and rolling along the picks I give out in the first 5 minutes. People probably leave right after that. I should probably hold off for about the 4-minute mark to get to the picks. But I'm a man of the people. Great. What do you think about Memphis team total? Take the over. Yeah, hit dislike. I don't mind. It's all right. I'm trying to be engaging. Trying to give you my thoughts. Jay Rebels laughing. Mrs. Navy in the over in college football. Is Navy scoring tonight? New York pizza, yes. I'll take my Jersey pizza, Jay Rebel. King D. Higgs, locking in with the King is in the house. Bill McDowell says, I like the Chargers -3. I mean, to me, I did this with Detroit Landing yesterday. I'm like, why does this line scream to me take the Titans here? We just saw the Chargers put up a ton of points. Tennessee, Tannehill throwing interceptions, whimpering around. I mean, it looking terrible. When are they benching him? Why do I think Tennessee wins this game 22-17 or something ridiculous, like some ugly, disgusting game? No way on the Chargers. I got 15, 16 games, NFL. I got to come in on Tennessee. I might have lucky 17. J-Rock, all Washington was get worse at quarterback. See, I don't know about that with Hal. I mean, people forget Hal, before he had his bad season, he was thought of as the top college quarterback. Let him play. This is why the quarterback play is terrible. Let the guy play and learn. What are you doing? Do I like the Eagles? No, I got no opinion on that side in this game at all tonight. Definitely all over the live show. Ross is the man. Yeah, we do a good show with Ross Jesse. It's good. It's good. So we'll be live. We'll be live on Friday morning. They will do live once a week. All right, so I got the Orioles today, and honestly, I'm going to be adding the Mets. Personally, I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna throw them on the sites as well. I like Senga has been pretty darn good. I think I'm going to add it up here on the sites. We'll see. We will see. What's the line here? A 112 against Merrill Kelly. I mean, Merrill's been no slouch himself. He's been no slouch. I don't know. I might put a little something on the Mets. I'm debating here. Speaking of picks on the site, so we got the Orioles in the chat today. The premium picks are up for NFL tonight. You can get that on. Listen, you can get a $4.99 YouTube subscription on Winning Free Picks and get college football and NFL pay. I think we got like 5. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of games for $4.99 on Winning Free Picks YouTube. Or if you want all of my picks for the week, and again with NFL and college football, you're gonna get 15 NFL and 13 college football. I just $1, and you got 28 games between college and NFL football. Go get it. Second case is 5. Oh, excuse me, I thought that was 5. It's 6.5. Bill, we talked about that earlier. Week promo 31-20, 28 college and NFL games. Thursday to Monday. I don't know. You're not going to buy that, but someone will definitely buy my Sunday package for $74.99. My game of the week top play for $49.99. They won't spend $31 for a week, but Sunday comes around, bro. That's it. They can't hold on to that money in their pocket. NFL Sunday here in the video. Titans under 45, Ravens under 45, Dolphins under 46.5. College football, we got Army on Friday under the 44. K-State Saturday under 48. LSU minus 9.5. Florida plus 6.5. The teasers, again, college football, Thursday, Friday teaser is here. Memphis minus 7.5. San Antonio minus 2. Utah State plus 17. There you go. That is your Thursday show. Hit the like if you want to. Hit the dislike